Well, hello, hello, hello. It is, I think, noontime, give or take a few minutes. And I'm going to give you another habit for happiness. And there's a couple things. Well, number one, the habit for happiness for today is to believe in yourself. So, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your abilities? Do you believe in your talents? Do you believe in your gifts? Do you believe in yourself to do something that you want to do? Do you believe that you can? You've proven it already, just saying. Everything you've accomplished in life, you had to believe it first, and then you were able to do it, right? So it's a question of belief and a knowing, I'm going to call it a knowing, that you are capable of doing anything that you dream about or anything that you think about. The reason you thought about it is because you're capable of doing it. So sometimes you have to listen to that intuition, that still small voice when you sit and do some meditation, or just sometimes have that quiet time. If you can do quiet time, that makes a big difference, right? If you've done it, you probably know that already. If you haven't yet, give it a try. Just take 5 minutes. See what comes up. See what kinds of messages come through. See what thoughts are prevalent at that particular moment. And when you believe in yourself and you can do something that you didn't think you could do, or when you end up doing something that you didn't think you could do, that is pure joy. That is such happiness for the future, for yourself, and then you can inspire others as well. So other people sometimes are inspired by you doing something that you didn't think you could do, and then you did it. You know, it could be going back to school. It could be a job that you didn't think you could do initially, but you applied anyway, and then you got it. And I was like, oh my God, now what do I do? I'm scared. I don't know anything. A lot of jobs are, you take it and learn on the job, you know, even if you have some of the qualifications, maybe not all of them, you'll learn the rest while you're doing the job. That's just part of it. So I think one of the things about believing in yourself is like saying, well, you know what? I'm going to give it my best. And if it doesn't work out, what harm has it caused? You know, you go get another job or you do something different. So a lot of people, that's exactly how they kind of maneuver through life. Today is a friend of mine's, well, my daughter's friend. It's her daughter's birthday. So today we're going to do a drive-by birthday greeting for her. I think that's going to be so cool. And I just dropped off some organic fruits and veggies to a friend of mine who has not been able to get out of the house. She's in what they call the high risk category, even though she doesn't feel like she's high risk. And I honestly not so sure that she is, but she's, you know, being very cautious about it, which that's great. But she hasn't been out and about, and she says, I'm running out of food. And I thought to myself, well, I can deliver some stuff. So I just dropped off a few things till she gets to, you know, a store that she can pick up the things she wants to get. She's also signing up for those Misfit Market fruits and veggies, the ones that I was telling you guys about. I'm loving that. That is so cool. You know, every 2 weeks I get a delivery of Misfit fruit and veggies. I get the small box. It's $22, but it's a pretty good size box for a small box. It's actually more than I need. I bring it, you know, we eat together at my son's house with my mom and everybody pretty much every night. So I bring a lot of the food over there and we prepare it over there. So there's more than enough for just me. If you guys want the code, just let me know. Shoot me an email or an instant message. I'll give you the code. You can get 25% off your first order and see if you like it. If you don't like it, it's all done. You can just quit. So I've been appreciating that. And I think it's a great option, especially now. They have all the protocols for safety and sanitary and all that jazz with their workers and the way things are packed. And it's always great. Great options in there to pick up some fruit and veggies. So anyways, I dropped those off, and I'm going to be meeting, we're going to meet at a school near where the girl lives. She's going to be 12 today, and So we're going to meet at the school, and then we're going to do 2 passes by the house. They live on kind of like, not a cul-de-sac, but like a place where you can do two drive-bys on the same street, and just go around the block. And I think that'll really surprise her. Her mom's doing this for her. I think it's such a great idea. I was like, this is so cute. I know a lot of people I've seen, posts on Facebook where they did a gentleman who was 96 years old with the fire trucks, and he was a veteran, and that was heartwarming. Just brings tears to my eyes right now just thinking about it. It was just so beautiful. So people are doing some extraordinary things and being very creative in the ways that they want to celebrate milestones, birthdays, anniversaries, all those kinds of things. We can still do those things even though we're not in person. And I think that's awesome that people are able to come up with ideas on how to do this. I know they're doing a lot with the people in the hospitals, where the hospital workers at 7 o'clock, they're doing a big shout out to them every night, which, how cool is that, So I just think it's awesome that people are finding ways to show appreciation and love. All the hearts you see everywhere, they're just beautiful, Oh, it's making me emotional. And I'm not a healthcare worker or anything like that, but I do care about all the people that are working right now. They're doing, extraordinary work and going above and beyond in most ways from what they've normally had to deal with. So I appreciate all that. And, we're still dealing with some of the same things we deal with all the time. There's still all kinds of problems out in the world, and the police and the fire are still doing the things that they need to do in spite of the COVID. And in Connecticut, you need to wear a mask if you are out and about, and you cannot maintain social distancing, what they're calling social distancing, which is really physical distancing. If you can't maintain the physical 6-foot distance, you have to wear some kind of face covering. And I have my my bandana with me today in case I end up in a store or something. I don't have plans for that, but you never know. It's always in my car. So those are the kinds of things, people are doing every day that are on top of their regular work. They need to do those kinds of things to, keep the rest of the world running. I mean, I was grateful the garbage men came and picked up garbage this morning. Every Wednesday morning I hear them come. This week was my recycling week, and I don't know about you, but I always have a lot of recycling stuff, boxes and papers, and of course I've been going through the house and cleaning out stuff, so there's more. And haven't been, a whole hog at it, kind of half-assing it, but at least some of it's getting done when I feel motivated to do it. But I like that I can, feel positive about those are things I know I can do. I'm just going to do them as I get to it. It will, slowly get rid of stuff, putting things in containers so that when Goodwill and Savers opens up again, they're going to have a truckload of stuff from me. So, and I'm happy to pass it on, as they say. And actually, that's my my business. My formal business name is Pass It On. So I'm always passing it on, whatever it is. Hopefully it's good news most of the time. And so the thing about being positive, about thinking that you can do good things, and having a positive attitude about yourself, or having a positive feeling about yourself, I think is super important. I think that's how most of people, whether they realize it initially or not, that's how they get things done. That's how they, move from one thing to another. There's plenty of people out there that have gone from, hi Ada, from one career to a completely different career at times in their life. The reason they do that is because they had a belief or a thought that maybe they could, and then they went for it. So it's kind of nice that you're not stuck in any one thing. You're not limited to what you're doing now or not doing now, depending on where your life is at with this, I'll call it a lockdown. if you are the stay-at-home people or if you're the working people, you have options. You know, we always have options. So it's nice to know that you can maybe dream about some of those options and think about, well, what do I want to do, you know? And or maybe what's my next step? So this morning I came up with something, and some of my exhibitors and vendors are going to hear about it in the next couple of days once I put it all together. I'm going to do a live events, or lack of a better term, not really events, but a live thing where people can see some of the vendors and exhibitors that would normally be at. I was supposed to have one obviously earlier this year, and I was supposed to have another one in May, and there was supposed to be one at the Hilton on the 26th of this weekend, which obviously I'm not allowed to have, so I can't have it. Not that I think anybody would show up for it. But you know, those are the kinds of things that you gotta go roll with it. So it's gonna be Shirley's Shopping Show. I like that name. That's a lot of SH's, huh? Shirley's Shopping Show. And what I'm planning on doing is 3 times a week I will have a exhibitor, vendor, one of the people that would have been at one of the shows talk about their product or their services, and then there'll be a way to get in contact with those people so that you can perhaps try them out, purchase something, or make sure you want to see them at the next live event that we do have. I do have one scheduled for October. Hopefully that will go through at the Hilton in Bristol. And you know, there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to happen over the next 2 to 3 or 4 months, and we'll just have to see how things move forward, you know. I've actually had a couple people contact me that want to be a part of the expo in October. Another one came in today. So I think we're looking on the bright side. You know, we are all about health and wellness. It's on Facebook, Passport to Health and Wellness. And as you probably know, that's something that I've been doing for a long time, or some of you know that, is putting on events where people can come and check out all these health and wellness products, services, and modalities. So it's kind of cool when that happens, right? So I think that's what's going to go down. Look for Shirley's Shopping Show. It's going to be on YouTube. I'm not sure what format I'm going to be using initially to get it set up, but I'm going to be working on it, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, guys. And I've got my sign for the birthday girl here in the car. Her name is Nora, and I got a little present for her too. I'm gonna hopefully be able to get that to her. So I'm gonna go tape my sign to the outside of my car. This is gonna be exciting. She lives right up the street. We got a couple other vehicles over here that are already getting their cars ready. There's my daughter. So we're pretty jazzed about doing this. That's another thing that can always make you happy, right? Doing something for someone else. I think that's awesome. And I don't know if that's in one of the 30 things, but doing something for someone else should be probably number 1. So I love you guys. Hey, the sun is always shining. We got a beautiful day today. There's a few clouds up there, but yeah, that's okay. The sun is still back there, right? So the sun is always shining, guys. It's got your back, just like everything else in the universe does. So believe in yourself. That's the one for today. I think it's number 15. I'd have to look at the list myself. Love you guys all. Hope you have a spectacular day. Take care for now. Signing off. Bye for now.